Today I will be talking about motivation and discipline, more specifically, self discipline. Motivation is the emotional spark that gets you to start a task driven by feelings, right? The one thing that people don't understand about motivation is that it's extremely inconsistent and is not really that reliable because you don't have control over it because it comes in waves and it comes in bursts. You don't have a full control over it. You can't control when it comes and when it goes. And that's just the way it is. But the thing is that I see a lot of people do is they solely rely off just motivation in order to take the stepping stones forward up on what they want to achieve. And you necessarily can't do that because it doesn't create a stable enough foundation for you to take those steps because it comes and goes. Motivation is inconsistent. But what can you do to compromise for that? And that is where self-discipline comes into play. Self-discipline is the ability to control your feelings, desires, and actions to pursue long-term goals, even when it's difficult or tempting to quit. Self-discipline creates this foundation of you to be able to build on and take those right stepping stones forward for what you want to achieve. Now, the one thing that motivation is good at is it's good at getting you started and making you persistent, but it's not going to hold your hand all the way through when you go up those steps, taking each step forward. Now, what will is self-discipline, and that is what's going to be with you because you have full control over it every day. Now, I drew a graph, and it's not the greatest, but it'll do. This is motivation. As you can see, it is constantly going up and down, up and down, up and down. It's extremely inconsistent. But for self-discipline, as you can tell, you have it every day, and it's consistent. But you might ask yourself, well, how do I start working towards, being more self-disciplined? Well, the first thing you need to, figure out is what is the goal? What is it that you are trying to achieve? It can be big, it can be small, doesn't matter. It can be anything because it can be anything, literally anything. Whatever your ideas that you get that you want to work and improve in life with either self-care or working out or eating healthy or getting a better job or getting a job or getting license, whatever the case may be, right? You need to figure out what you want to start working on. And then after that, you need to start putting bullet points down on notes, on list things that you're going to do every day that is going to take a step forward of accomplishing that. See? And you're going to have to push yourself to do that every single day. Don't list things that are easy. It's supposed to be challenging. And when you start doing it, it's going to be uncomfortable, right? It's supposed to be. And you're probably going to fail the first few times, and that's okay. Do not let one failure or 1,000 failures define who you are as a person, right? The only things that those should define you, especially if you go up to 1,000 failures, if you fail 1,000 times over and over again, that right there just shows what kind of person you are. You don't want to give up. You want to keep going. Failing in life once or 1,000 times doesn't matter because at the end of the day, you're one step closer to success. However you want to look at it, that's just the way it is, especially if you continue going forward. Self-discipline, to some people, sounds like a punishment. Don't look at it as a punishment. Kind of picture it as like a self-care and of a path of empowerment in a way. You're looking after yourself and you're doing things that you need to do in order to accomplish your goals, whether that be big or small, right? Now, the thing is with motivation and self-discipline, they work great together, okay? They really do. But the only thing is you have to keep in mind, one of these you will not have every single day. That is motivation. But you will have self-discipline, right? Now, get those things and list the things that you're going to do every single day and continue doing them every day. List challenging things. Just don't overwhelm yourself with too much. Start small, work your way up. And then once you feel as if you feel that it is consistent and you're able to do things that are somewhat challenging every single day, keep doing it. As long as they are making you a step closer to what you want to achieve in life, keep going. Do not give up. It is meant to be hard, but it gets easier. Not super easier, but it builds discipline, it builds resilience, it just helps structure and makes your life better. There's no bad to self-discipline. There just really isn't. You're more productive. Yeah, but I think the hardest thing is with self-discipline and working on those things that, to give you those steps forward in life and the things you want to achieve is the distractions. You have to limit your distractions. We have phones, computers, TV, we have people, we have, certain things. There's a lot of distractions, right? You need to limit those. However, you need to limit those is all on you. But because especially if it is going to be something that is going to make you more tempted to give up doing something every single day, right? You need to limit that. You need to regulate your thoughts, your behaviors, your impulses, especially like procrastination. You need to figure out how to align what is best for you at the end of the day. And procrastination is probably one of the biggest killers with learning self discipline on, learning things that you do day to day. I will list a few things that are actually like benefits of self discipline. Achieve short term and long term goals, whether it be big, small, doesn't matter. Improve overall life quality and well being. It just does. It's great. Enhances focus and productivity. Fantastic. Develop resilience and stronger character. Exactly. Manage health and break bad habits. Breaking bad habits is always a good thing, and being more self disciplined helps with that. When you choose to do things over and over again every single day, you are building a better version of yourself that is becoming more stronger and more resilient to, people that are going to sit there and tell you that you can't do something or whatever the case may be, bad negative thoughts and stuff like that. You're going to become just genuinely like a more stronger, well-minded person. And yeah, that's all I have today. I hope, you guys have a great day and God bless you all.